the leader of the bar, Dr. Okey, life lecturer and former Attorney General Enugu State, Chief Ezea, the Chief Registrar of the High Court of Enugu State, His Honor Kingsley Ezea, the Deputy Chief Registrar 1, High Court, His Honor Okey, the learned magistrates here present, Chief D.C. Odo, Chairman Enugu Bar, D.C. Odo, Chairman Obola for Bar, Aiko Labana for Chairman of Jury Baba, Aiko Adan, former Chairman Ezea Bar, Dr. Okey, Chairman, Caretaker Committee, MBA branch, CBSL local representative, Chairman, Caretaker Committee, NBA, Udiba, Bariso Kenna Ubuzo, Professor Ndubiso Joko, Dr. Chijoke Abo, Emeka Okadibo, alternate chair, Bench, NBA National, Chief Ozanka Set Bokolo, former chairman of Ojiriba branch of the NBA, Professor Godwin Lu Ogu from Abuja, Honorable Kechuku Ezugu, former Enugu State House of Assembly official, Chief Architect Basil Onugu, Honorable Dr. Amechi Modo, former Mayor of the local government area, Honorable Nnabike Modo, former Chairman, Gwetiti local government area, Barrister Chidi Awa, former Commissioner for Land, Enugu State, Mrs. Benjamin Kwesi, Dr. Tanya Sasoba, Mr. Paul Odo, and some of the family members who are here, Richard Ezea, son, Thelma Ezea, wife, Chinyere Bottom, mother-in-law, Dr. Henrietta Israel, sister-in-law, Chima Obialo, nephew-in-law, Mrs. Celestina Okey, sister-in-law, Mrs. Antonia Wachu, sister-in-law, Mr. Paul Neme, brother-in-law, Mrs. Chika Leke, niece, Mr. Chuka Jibuno, nephew-in-law, and Isaac Oara, the relative. Beloved ladies and gentlemen, the judiciary of Enugu State, with sadness and heavy heart, sits today as the tradition of the legal profession demands, at this special concession to honor and bid farewell to one of our own, late Senator Barrister Okechukwu Cleopas Ezea, an astute legislator and quintessential gentleman of the bar who has distinguished himself in many fronts. The roll has called a gentleman, Barrister Okey, on the 18th day of November 2025, at the age of 62 years, to take a rest from all the toiling and worries of this earth, in the paradise in heaven, where there is no more sickness, no worries, no any news whatsoever, and where God Almighty reserved for those who have done His will during their transitory sojourn here on earth. Every man's life ends the same way. It is only the details of how he lived and how he died that distinguish one man from another. Therefore, solemn moments like this, when we gather to pay tribute to our departed colleagues, requires a lot of soul-searching and reflections on our part in respect of our lives. How well have we fared in fulfilling the purpose of our being here on earth? What impact are we making in our different ways to influence our society positively? We love our neighbors as we are joined by the Holy Bible in Matthew 22:39. These and many more are what we speak for us when we face the judgment throne of God, when we are called home. The late Barrister Ezea was a good man who lived a good life while in this pilgrim world. Sadly, in the words of Christopher Pike, the renowned American author, death never comes at the right time. Despite what others believe, death always comes like a thief. However, as Christians, we believe that when God says you are ready to be called to eternity, it does not matter where you are in life, because life and death are ultimately in His hands. As we mourn His demise, led by Okey, being a devout Christian, is assuredly happily domiciled in paradise, our heavenly abode, a place which our Lord Jesus Christ has prepared for those who believe in Him. Just as He promised us in John 14, verses 2-3, that I am going to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and take you to be with me, that you also may be where I am. Our departed side and left his good imprints on the sands of time. Thus, it is not how long the years one lived, but how well one lived in this transitory sojourn here on earth. That is what matters, and what should concern all of us, especially the living. We must therefore bear in mind the admonition in the book of Ecclesiastes 7:1, that a good name is better than fine perfume, and the day of death and the day of birth. In the book of Psalm 147, verse 3, that God heals and binds up the wounds. The late Barrister Ezea and played part, particularly the way and manner related with those who came across him in the various areas he worked as a community leader, customs officer, legal practitioner, and senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, etc. Drawing our strength of immortality through works, man has consistently paid tribute to a departed soul. We in the Enugu State initially do so in what we have christened as special concessions, as an honor to a departed colleague by taking a holistic appraisal of the person's journey through this pilgrim world and reminding ourselves that we are all mortals who will one day be called home. That is indeed the essence of this convocation. Barrister Ezea, popularly known as Enugu, it remains a big tree with many heavy branches. A big Iroko has indeed fallen. The and the educational background. The late Senator Okey was born on the 11th of August 1963 at Okey, in the present-day West South local government area of Enugu State. The late Barrister Okey had his formative years in Nsukka, where he attended primary, secondary, and first degree education. He attended 4 primary schools situated at Ibawaka, Obumba, Ihaka, and Enugu, where as a brilliant pupil, he always took the first position. Thereafter, he extended his academic brilliance to Nsukka High School and made a double distinction at grade 6 in the West African Senior Secondary School examination in 1980. After successfully completing his secondary school education, he gained admission into the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, where he obtained a bachelor's degree in political science. During his degree program at the UNN, the party colleague contested and won elections as Speaker, Political Science Students' Parliament, 1983 to 1984, Welfare Officer, University of Nigeria Student Union Government, 1984 to 85, Member House of Representatives, 1984 to 1985, Member of the Senate of the University of Nigeria, Student Government, 1984 to 85, Member of the Senate, National Association of Nigerian Students, NAS, 1984 to 85. Due to his strong student activism during his days in the university, he later became the patron of the Federated Association of Nsukka Students. He led Barrister Okey, believed strongly in advocacy and could not stand oppression, nor injustice of any kind. He was passionate about issues affecting the weak and oppressed. This led to his conviction that the best way to be truly assertive and impactful would be through the legal profession. Thus, in 1988, the party colleague enrolled for his Bachelor of Laws degree as a direct entry student at the University of Lagos at Okey, Lagos State, and graduated with flying colors to Victoria Island, Lagos, to complete his legal education. With an unquenchable thirst for education and his resolve to reach the pinnacle of education in the field of law, the party colleague further enrolled for his Master of Laws degree in 1996, where he graduated at the top of his class within a record time of 2 years. Furthermore, in 2017, he registered for his PhD program at the Nigeria Institute of Advanced Legal Studies, University of Lagos. He defended his PhD thesis on the electoral justice in Nigeria and the role of the courts in the year 2024. His career, public life, and political service. He led Barrister Ezea, was an astute politician and public officer who served the nation in many capacities. He started public service early in his life, Immediately after his secondary school in 1980, when he joined the Nigerian Customs Service, he took leave to participate in the compulsory national service given by the state, and upon completion of the mandatory one-year national service in 1987, he went back to his work as a customs officer. Between August 1980 and September 1982, he worked with the Board of Customs and Exercise in Enugu, as well as the Federal Operation Unit in Okey and Lagos State. He was promoted to Assistant Superintendent of Customs at Papa Wharf, Lagos State. Also, in 1992, he was promoted to Deputy Superintendent of Customs, working at the Export Intelligence Department, a position he held until his meritorious retirement in 1993. Immediately after his retirement, our departed colleague went into private business. In 1994, he founded Pyramid Ventures Nigeria Limited, an engineering, construction, and procurement company. It was also a registered stockist buyer to the Shell Petroleum Development Company Limited, which supplied office equipment, telecommunication equipment, spare parts, instrumentation devices to Shell and other international oil companies like ExxonMobil and the Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas Limited. Our departed colleague also registered in Okey Shipping Limited, the company that gave him his famous name, Okey. Deals in freight, forwarding, shipping, warehouse consolidation, mine, land transports, personal effect management, packaging, removals, air freight, sea freight, and custom brokerage. The late Mr. Okey was a grassroots politician whose political voyage started from his work. He joined partisan politics in 2003 when he became chairman, contact and organization, ANP campaigns for presidential and governorship candidates in the state. By June 2005, we established a political structure called the Valedictory Group, which formed the foundation of the Labour Party in the state. It was the platform we used to contest when the state commercial election in 2007. The beginning of the election that saw it finish as the second round. And the Labour position in the state. He became the co-founder of the All Progressive Congress in the state in 2013, and was the main financier of 2040 Congress of the party in the state. He served as the chairman of the campaign committee for Anambra State Congress in 2019. Member of the Screening Committee for Secretary and President for the Northwest of the Politics Zone, and Secretary of the State Director of the NBC Legislation Committee. The political Congress event in the year 2022, with the emergence of the Excellency Committee as the presidential candidate of the Labour Party. It was therefore like a record company for our departed colleague who had run the platform of Labour Party for the state governorship elections in 2007 and 2011 respectively. He became the Labour Party candidate for Senate in Enugu North Senatorial Zone in the 2023 general elections. An election won and became a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in the 10th Senate, representing the good people of Enugu North Senatorial Zone. As a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he sponsored many bills on the floor of the 10th Senate, motions of urgent national importance, interventions, and attracted many developmental projects for the people of Enugu North Senatorial District and beyond. His political achievements are too numerous to mention. The late Barrister Ezea was highly rated among his peers and political associates as an upright and hardworking gentleman whose words are bold. He was respectful to his political leaders and friends and enjoyed respect from his colleagues at the bar. He epitomized the perfect example of a good man. His service to community. It was Abbas Swatsa who postulated that there is no higher religion than human service, and to work for the common good is the greatest creed. In strict fidelity to this creed, long before he held a political office, led Barrister Ezea single-handedly financed regular maintenance and rehabilitation of the Bagua Beach to Enugu and Ono Road. He procured pipes and water reticulation materials in parts of Obani and Ndiago who work in the Days Development Center. He extended rural electrification in each community, built the development center, and constructed the headquarters of the Secretariat of the Development Center, partnership with the state government. He has the record of being one of the highest employers of labor from Osuka cultural zone. He sought and secured jobs for many individuals, both private and public institutions. He has in no small way been of great help to his community and has never held back his service to his community with his God-given opportunity and blessings. As a devoted Christian and family man, late Senator Barrister Okey was a devout Christian of the Roman Catholic faith and a good family man. He was born and baptized a Roman Catholic and remained a Roman Catholic until his death. He was a member of St. Jude's Society, St. Leo Catholic Parish, Yaba, Lagos. He had dedicated his life to service and unwavering commitment to the Catholic Church and humanity at large. He was married to his dear wife, practiced in his private and public life. He was a man of faith and derived joy in serving humanity with his God-given talents and knowledge. Concluding reflections. It is indeed difficult to come to terms with the fact that the late Barrister Okey has embraced eternity. But it is the truth that is inevitable, and the way all mortals must go. We all must be reconciled to the fact that we must someday die. The life of late Barrister Okey was cut short at the age of 62 years, even before attaining the biblical 70 or 80 if we have his strength, as provided in the book of Psalms, chapter 90, verse 10. We all mortals cannot question God. Not the reason for his return to God, his Creator. Thus, we join the saints triumphant and concur with the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 21. That naked I come from my mother's womb, and naked I shall depart. The Lord gave and the Lord taketh away. May the name of the Lord be praised. No doubt,